Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi is in Soweto tonight, where he's going to speak to residents who've been without electricity due to vandalism, ailing infrastructure and the non-payment of electricity bills. The visit forms part of the province's energy response plan. Newzroom Afrika's Zola Sholwana is live for us in Soweto. Zola, very good evening to you. Tell us more about these long-standing electricity problems in Soweto and why the Premier has chosen to go there tonight.
Well, Tambekile, we've managed to speak to a number of residents who are raising their frustrations about not having electricity for over 6 months, saying that all they've been hearing from the power utility, which is Eskom, and Gauteng provincial government, is a series of promises. They are also claiming that at some point they were asked to make payment of about 500 rand and that electricity will be reinstated in their respective streets and areas, and that has not been the case. Obviously now it's holidays and most people are at home, especially those that go to school, and you'd understand how they're actually feeling the pinch of not having electricity under these hot conditions. Some of them are saying that they're even tired of having to buy, groceries for like almost every day because they cannot keep them refrigerated because of the issue of electricity. They are hoping that what will come out of this meeting will actually, present an outcome, or rather a solution that will benefit them, in a sense that electricity will be reinstated. And we were told that Premier Panyaza Lesufi will be part of this program, overseeing some areas where electricity will be reinstated. And I'm going to speak to the councillor of the area who's going to tell us more about this. Tulani Buthelezi, thank you very much for your time. We've heard residents raise some frustrations of not having electricity for some time. What is the solution at hand?
Thank you very much. My name is Tulani Buthelezi. I'm the councillor for Ward 130. I must say, working with Eskom is very difficult. You sometimes don't know what to say to people because most of the time the information that they give to you to pass on to communities, it doesn't happen to be the same information on the next day. So I might say we intended to switch on the box today. So unfortunately it has been discovered that there's a fault in one of the streets, which is Thabo Street. So they have confirmed and put their heads on the block, which I trust and hope that is going to happen this time. That tomorrow they'll be fixing that error and also switching on that box in particular, which has about 168 families that are attached to it.
What other areas do you know of where electricity will be switched on tonight?
I can assure you that in Jablane they'll be switched on today. I can assure you that in Piri they'll be switched on today. From here they'll be moving to Jablane to switch them on. Then from Jablane then they'll go to Piri to also switch them on.
What do you think is the reason why people have had to wait for so long to have electricity? Some of them are saying it's been over 6 months now.
Personally, I have written quite a number of letters to the Premier's office, also at the COJ level, actually requesting their intervention. Because with the experience that I've had now over time with Eskom, in particular on the issues of electricity, I've realized that there could be internal squabbles that are going on within themselves as Eskom employees or departments, which as a result is actually costing our communities to actually get into such. Because you also understand when they say two bulls when they fight, the grass suffers the most. So in this case, unfortunately, that is the case. And maybe if there could be proper intervention from relevant departments and structures to investigate exactly what is going on at Eskom, because really, with the rate in which they are doing now, it's discouraging. You'd understand that some of the people will make a payment of 60% within a week or two, but they have to wait another 6 months for them to be switched on, which, according to where we seated as councillors, it compromises us. It makes us the spokespeople for Eskom. It makes us the people who are incompetent, because whatever that Eskom is sharing with us, we actually come and share with communities. So if it doesn't happen, then we are looked at as the people who are incompetent as councillors, yet it's beyond ourselves as councillors.
Another issue that results in most of these substations malfunctioning is the issue of illegal connections, and also, a lot of people connecting at once. If you could just maybe touch on that as a councillor and a resident of this particular area.
I must say people have been encouraged to make payments because that is exactly what Eskom has been saying. The reason why these boxes are exploding and there's so much challenges with electricity is because of illegal connections. So people have come to realize, most of them have come to realize the fact that they really need to pay for electricity because they pay for all other things that are attached to electricity. But if you don't pay for electricity, obviously whatever that you might have that makes your life better will not be possible without electricity. So they have been showing some kind of interest in making sure that they make payments. But we're going to see that once the Eskom has been able to roll it out. But I must say, it's also discouraging that we actually encourage communities to make these payments, to make sure that they meet the requirements, they comply on the basis of making payments. But Eskom is not able to respond timelessly on their infrastructure. So if maybe that could be done, it will actually encourage more people to make payments once they see people being attended to timelessly, getting the service from Eskom. Maybe that will encourage everyone else to make a payment and be able to live in a better condition as compared to what currently are experiencing.
Thank you very much for your time, sir. Now, Thembekile, the meeting is expected to start any time from now. Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi is also expected to be part of this meeting, and I believe that residents are waiting eagerly to hear what the solution will be from this point. As you might have heard the councillor saying that people are willing to pay, but now when it comes to Eskom and how they're delivering their services, they are not actually responding the way residents would want them to respond, resulting in a lot of frustration in most of these residents that have made their way here, saying that we don't mind paying. They can even arrange a payment plan as to them paying for their services, which is electricity at this point, but now they want to make sure that they are actually rendered services equally to those that are paying, so that they have access to electricity like everyone else. Back to you in studio.
Zola, Sholwana, thank you very much for that update from Soweto tonight.